When everybody knows who you are and it makes you really uncomfortable,
Yeah.
you really second guess all of your decisions in your whole life.
100%.
Totally.
So
100%.
I was in high school, right? And MTV came to Laguna, and I was 15 or 16, truly, at the time when they were like, hey, we want to do this show. And
That's younger than I thought.
Which is fucked up.
yeah, really young. And so a group of us agreed to do it without having any idea what it was going to be, right? Because there was sort of no precedent and no like reference point. And it came out and it was immediately popular, and it was my first week away at college when it debuted. And so my first couple days in my dorm, I was normal, and then I was not normal all of a sudden. And kids would like prank me and do like terrible things and yell at me when I walked down the street.
No way.
So initially that was like the first taste of notoriety. And yeah, very formative years, right? And I think my experience those first few years taught me a lot about human nature and jealousy and being very careful when you sort of go out into the world and make relationships. And I'm less careful now, but I think I just sort of operate from a different baseline than most people. We aren't taught the basic biology about our bodies and what things really work with women's biologies, and what things don't, and the things that have been available for women for a really long time that have weird chemicals in them and don't actually like support you in a really like body positive and safe way. And so our community is really about sort of filling the gaps and creating a safe space where you can relearn and reframe your perspective on like who you are and how you want to take care of your body. Because I started the company when I was in a really down moment. I had really bad vitamin deficiencies. I was sick. I was at the OBGYN all the time. I was depressed and anxious. And I just thought, I'm just going to keep going to the doctor until we figure this out. And they eventually found the root cause, which was these vitamin deficiencies. But throughout
Through
that
blood
process,
testing, or?
yeah, through blood testing.
Okay.
But it took like 18 months to like figure that out.
Did you get on depression or anxiety medications?
For a while I did.
Okay.
They didn't end up working for me really well.
Yeah.
And I guess, the point of the story is that, I tried all different kinds of drugs, and I was at the drugstore all the time and sort of like buying these products from legacy brands in an effort to feel better. And it really wasn't until my doctors pointed me in the direction of sort of some like alternative therapies. And by that, I mean products that are more naturally derived. That's really when I got better. And so I was kind of in the system of Western medicine where you go to the doctor and they kind of treat your symptoms instead of the root cause. And I realized that for me, that was sort of just a vicious cycle. So my experience with those things was very physical in addition to it being like mental and emotional. But when I say like the anxiety was just like run through my body, the same thing with the depression. Like I always talk about it. Like if you have a glass of water and you keep putting water in it until it starts to spill over, that was the feeling that I had in my body when it comes to like the mental health stuff. It was like I could not control it, and it felt to me like it was manifesting itself physically. Like something was going on. There was an underlying reason why I was not well throughout my entire body.
Yep.
And I think it's because of the gut health issues and because of these vitamin deficiencies. And once I was able to address both of those things, I got better, but it did take a really long time. Like it was not like, I was on some program for a week or a month. I took one bottle of probiotics and I was better. No, it took a really long time, and it did take significant changes in my lifestyle. And this is something that we talk about too. When you go to the doctor and they literally prescribe to you to sleep more, eat better, drink more water, they are serious. And very few people actually do those things when your doctor tells you to, but you will be amazed if you actually start to make those small changes at how much better you feel. I don't want to go.
How?
I don't want to post stuff on Instagram.
Oh, I actually
I
know
feel
what
that.
you mean.
I literally know. I literally know. I said I was going to do a detox
I'm
this
looking
week,
at
and I
Rosie
realized, I
Matt.
looked at my calendar, I was like, I can't. And I was like, this is depressing.
Yeah.
In a way, it's like a gift, and also just like, it's a weird connection where it like brings so much joy and inspiration and all this stuff, and then also
Yeah.
can be a source of like blocking you and making you overthink.
Yeah,
and
discomfort.
all the
I will
things.
say I like to consume other people's content for sure, but I just like don't want to put my own stuff up. It just makes me uncomfortable, you know?
Yeah.
And now with Love Wellness, the brand like lives on its own and speaks for itself. And I think I could probably like never talk about it again, and it would continue to really thrive and be successful. And at some point, I do kind of want to back away a little bit from being kind of the face of it, because it's not about me. You know what I mean? Like, yes, like I started the business and I operate it day to day, but it's not about me. It's about you. It's about everybody else, you know? And so, I mean, realistically, will that day ever come? I don't know. But that's what I dream about. It's like everybody is so exposed now.
Yeah.
And I've been exposed for so long. It's like, I'm done, man.
Totally. Dude.
I've always really been a girl's girl. I've always had a really close group of female friends ever since I was little. You know, my friend Jill, we've been best friends since we were like 7.
Love that.
For me, I've just been able to communicate more effectively with women and sort of like tap into our shared experiences and souls in a really meaningful way. And I think I've always really made an effort to be a good friend to like my sister, my mom, my friends, people in my community. And I think, you know, you saw this on the Hills, but I specifically never wanted to like throw my personal relationships on TV or whatever. I was always like, I'm comfortable being the one that's going to like ask you questions about your relationship, because I was always, and you guys probably sense this from this interview, I just always had some like reservations and hesitations around what I was doing, but I did it anyway. And like, I don't really know why, but I just did. I really am interested in sort of like getting to know you and like, what's going on in your life right now, and sort of like being willing and wanting to develop intimate relationships with like women in my community, because I don't like to be alone. Like nobody likes to be alone. I'm a pack animal, right? I'm a pack animal of like lady friends.
Yeah.
And so for me, I think starting Love Wellness and being able to help to cultivate those conversations with women has come really naturally to me. It's just what I'm good at. And I think all women are good at it.